This is episode 2 of Mixed Wash, recorded in Grayson Corey's car. Not that Grayson Corey is here.
No.
We're just in his car.
I'm not here at all.
How was your week?
They can't respond.
I'm talking to you.
Oh. That's pretty good. I dyed my hair blonde.
Yeah. He's got the Frank Ocean vibe.
Sad. That's it.
That's it?
Yep.
Explain to them why you dyed your hair blonde. It's a funny story.
Is it?
Well, how long have you wanted to dye your hair blonde?
A little bit. But so the other day, I was talking to my friend who has her hair dyed blonde, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should. I was like, yep. Was there a further story to that?
I mean, didn't you text your mom something about it?
Oh, yeah. I said, Mom, would you be mad if I came home blonde? She said no, so I came home blonde. That's it.
I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because if I were to text my mom, like, hey, Mom, you cool if I come home and my head's shaved? There'd be a lot more questions than, no. I'm good.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna shave my head soon anyway.
Oh, you're gonna...
That's what I do every, 4 months.
You just shave it all off? You don't get, a fade or anything? Have you ever wanted to get a fade?
No.
We just talked about giving your dog a fade.
Her head's too thin.
You
fade her skin off.
You can still fade a dog's hair?
I love my car. Makes me feel so comfortable.
Just more comfortable than your room, or is it a similar comfort? Oh, here's an ASMR video of
Dr. Pepper.
No, it's not Dr. Pepper, it's crack.
It's well, what's the difference?
Is Dr. Pepper really liquid crack?
It's legal.
It's legal liquid crack.
I just really like Dr. Pepper. It solves a lot of my problems.
Should drugs be legal? That's a serious question. Should drugs be legal?
You can't ask me that with my... No.
Because a lot of people will argue, well, regardless of if they're legal or illegal, people will still do them, and we should only punish them for, hurting other people. So, drug-related crime should definitely be illegal, but drugs themselves shouldn't be illegal because we're punishing someone who needs help. Because you know how they say, addiction is a sickness?
Yeah, but it's kind of a sickness not that you choose, because once you're hooked, it's not really your choice, but it's you get into it, right?
Yeah,
but I say if further down the line a drug becomes legal, you shouldn't be in prison still.
That's a problem.
But I think there's drugs that still should be legal. Like meth. It's just, I don't think meth
should be legal.
Yeah. So say meth is legal, then people just buy out every Mucinex to make meth. And then kids are sick. They don't have Mucinex. Boom, kid's dead.
See, there's
people on meth, and then you have a burning society.
Yeah,
just kidding.
That was a solid rebuttal to that. I mean, I don't personally have a view on whether or not drugs should be legal or illegal. I probably lean more to the illegal side. I think we should deter children and people from doing drugs as much as we can. We have anti-cigarette smoking stuff. We have anti-vaping commercials and PSAs, but kids still do it. And I think it's partially because it is legal. After they're 18.
Now it's 21.
Now it's 21? That's good.
The anti-cigarette commercials are scary, though.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about smoking before, but now it's I feel like the truth people are going to come to my house and murder me.
Especially because it's our generation. Because every commercial is let's be the generation to end smoking. On top of the fact that the anti-smoking commercials are gross. It's always something insane. It's
look at your face falling off.
Or and then the guys at the cashier, and the cashier pulls out a wrench and just sticks it in his mouth and rips out a tooth and is well, yeah, smoking can lead to tooth decay and tooth loss.
Yeah.
So that's not cool. Or
they really know where to hit us.
In the teeth. Or the worst one is you've seen the ones where they have a throat hole.
The hole, yeah.
That's the worst. And the guy's you got to be careful when you're shaving because you don't want to choke on your own hair. It's like, that's so bad. That's disgusting. What else is our generation responsible for at the moment?
Responsible for?
TikTok.
TikTok is cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
I still don't have it.
I spend at least a couple. I'm not gonna finish.
No, admit
I
it.
spend a few times.
How many hours a week do you think you spend on TikTok?
I can check. No, I can't.
Is
a
it?
lot.
Do you think it's an unhealthy amount, or is it just?
It makes me happy, so it's healthy enough. I don't know.
I guess those things are kind of related. If
It's not
addiction,
healthy. It's not healthy for my eyes.
if addiction makes you happy, if your
No.
addiction makes you happy, is it healthy anyways?
No, because drugs. Well, what kind of addiction is it?
I think that's where you draw the line. Then is it like if you're addicted to running?
Runner's high is a thing.
Yeah, like if
That's fine, because it
That's
makes
fine.
you healthy and you're not hurting your bones. It makes
Yeah.
you stronger. But, like, I guess I'm hurting my eyes every time I look at my phone, but, like,
not that bad.
it probably is pretty bad. But
I mean,
it's
unless
not
you're like 2 inches away from your phone.
yeah, it's not, like, insanely bad. But it's like people who do drugs, they're ruining pretty much every part of their bodies.
Yeah, I never
Scratching your
understood.
skin off. So
It's yeah. Drugs. There's no positive, right? There is zero. I mean, unless you need to stay up for 8 hours and do your homework, so you're popping an Adderall. There's no
Depends if it's
positive to
prescribed.
drugs. Also true.
Advil, it's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, I forget. Drugs goes to things that aren't just crack. So I guess if your addiction is healthy and you don't overdo it so that it's unhealthy, because I guess you could run too much. Like you could stop eating and just keep running. Like I don't need to eat. I just need to sprint at the moment.
You could fatigue yourself.
Yeah.
Fatigue isn't good. You could hurt yourself running if you run anything too much hurts.
That's facts.
Except for love.
No, that could hurt. Confident that love can hurt.
Whatever. This car is staying cool.
Yeah.
Like it's not that bad yet. Is it that bad for you?
No, definitely not. And I'm wearing 2 layers.
I
Oh, by the way, we already told them that we're recording in Grace and Corey's car,
can pause it from my Apple Watch.
which may or may not be my co-host. I may or may not be the co-host. If there's only 2 hosts, which one is the co-host?
It was your idea, so I'm the coolest.
Oh, sick.
8 minutes, yeah.
We're 8 minutes in. Oh, what's your highlight of the week? What was your favorite moment? What was your favorite moment of the time between this podcast and the previous one?
That was a couple weeks. No, that was on.
It was a week and some change.
Shoot,
We
man.
recorded last Saturday.
I'm gonna look on my phone, so my voice is gonna be a little louder than Sosia's.
That's fine because I speak way louder for no reason when we're recording.
Alright, let's look at my photos. My coworker's gonna listen to this?
Seriously?
Are they? There's no way they can find it.
I mean, you could send it to him.
I'm not gonna do that.
Because,
It's getting too personal too fast.
no, it's not. I mean, we sent it to Vienna and she read you.
Yeah, no, yeah, but my coworkers, I think they have a different. They don't know me as well as anyone.
Well, I guess this podcast is going to be their insight into the mind of Grayson.
I think they should get to know the outside. It's not like I'm showing you guys the real inside.
I don't want to see the real inside.
I'm not that faceted. I'm pretty much just a one-sided person.
Is there... I guess there is such a thing as like 2-sided people.
Well, people who have some people are like, no one really knows me. Get the side part over their eye.
Yeah.
No one really knows me. Like everything I say is I just put on a show, but I'm pretty much just who I am all around.
Yeah.
Like you could cut me in half and it would just be like a picture of me again.
So it'd just be...
Anyway, the highlight of the week, I came to work blonde and everyone loved it.
That's sick.
Just talking to my coworkers make me so happy. And
That's
then they
why you
wanted
should
to play.
send this podcast
They
to
added me to a coworker group chat
on Snapchat.
Yeah.
If it was a coworkers group chat on Instagram, that's different. Coworkers group chat on Snapchat, now that's next level.
Yeah, they're just super nice.
Do you think this lady sees us in this car?
She's the only neighbor that I really like, so
Oh, where does she live?
it doesn't matter.
Down
She
there?
lives there. So yeah, she's the one who doesn't hear any of our noise. We don't make noise, but
I would assume so, other than your vinyls.
it's still not like loud enough to go down. Sometimes I like to just belly flop on the floor though. Just kidding. And on the walls, just this way though.
Well, the lady downstairs does abuse her dog a little bit.
No, she doesn't. Let's not spread this. She doesn't abuse the dog. She just kind of keeps it to 1 yard.
And also doesn't pick up her dog's poop. I think she deserves to get exposed. Nobody knows where you live.
I hope not. Let's not expose that, guys.
No, we're definitely not.
What
We almost gave out my phone number last show.
was the title of last show?
We didn't come up with one. It was just Mix Wash EPP. Wow.
Nice.
I'm having a seizure.
Epipode.
Epipode numero uno.
I love Dr. Pepper. Anyway, highlight of the week, coworkers.
For me,
You, go.
highlight of the week for me was... What did I do? We're currently recording this on Tuesday. The 5th? Tuesday the 5th or Tuesday the 4th? Tuesday the something.
It's the 5th.
It's
the
the 5th.
6th. Sorry, guys.
Is it?
Yep.
We don't even know the date.
It's Tuesday, but
and
it's
we're
the
recording
6th.
with a phone, so it's not like we can check it.
It's the 6th.
Highlight of my week was dropping my phone off of a car.
Lovely.
So what had happened was we had to go to my grandmother's house to help her buy a car, and I was just messing around, so I took my stuff out of my pockets and I put it on the trunk of my car. And then, being the doo-doo head that I am, decided that I was going to drive off without putting the stuff back in my pocket. I found my wallet, surprisingly, so I got my wallet back. Didn't get my phone back. Luckily, I didn't set my headphones.
Small editing note. We do lose about 10 minutes of recording footage right here. I guess it's not footage. I guess it's just recording time. We lose about 10 minutes of it to a notification for an Amber Alert. We discuss that, and we also rediscuss all of the lost subjects. Keep on listening. It doesn't get too confusing.
It's been 8 hours.
Hey, guys. Guess what? An Amber Alert popped up, and we've been talking for about 12 minutes by ourselves.
Yeah, so
What did we talk about?
What did we talk about in 12 minutes? Oh, well, anyways.
Oh, the fire.
The fire.
We missed the whole fire.
Y'all missed the whole fire segment. Anyways.
That was pretty much it, though.
I guess we could just rediscuss that very quickly.
Yeah.
If you had 30 seconds inside of your house and you had 30 seconds to grab something while your house is burning down, what are you grabbing? Grayson, go, even though we already talked about this and we lost the footage because someone got kidnapped in Utah.
Yo, shout out to the person. Please, I hope someone finds them. It's
Yes.
it's in Park City, and that's all I got. So just be safe, guys. If we got any Utah listeners. Anyway,
Which we
that was a
don't.
joke because we don't. Okay, so I have a box that's on my dresser that it's pretty big. It's like the size of like a file, so like 12 by 12 by 12 kind of.
Oh, okay.
And it has a bunch of all my favorite like trinkets and things in there. And so basically I would take that, maybe put some of my rock collection in there, and then get a few of my favorite records, my computer charger, my phone charger, my headphones, and my dog. And I think I would pretty much get out of there because my bike is already outside.
Oh, so you just... Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. And then for me, I decided that I would grab Grayson's phone that he's letting me borrow, the charger, my pair of Jordan 1s, a pair of Kyrie 6s, and my Air Hirachi 2 4Ks because I probably can't get all of my shoes out within 30 seconds.
Yes, sir.
And then we talked about how you like trinkets,
Yep.
and that natural lumber is trees.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
We already did the highlight of the week, though, because you were talking about your phone falling off.
Yep. So upset that we lost that footage, to be honest. Not really that upset. I don't know why I say that. Like, I still say that I'm upset about stuff that I'm honestly not upset about. Maybe because it's, like, more socially acceptable to be upset about things that should upset you. I always say... Because, I mean, I tell people, like, nothing bugs me anymore. Like, you cannot make me angry because I just accept stuff too quickly.
You guys can make me angry if you want.
Yeah, you
Just
can
kidding.
go ahead and make Grayson angry, but
I have quite a bit of patience.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like I've learned to be patient, which I definitely was not patient earlier in life. Like I definitely only learned that now. But I still say like, oh my god, like I'm pissed, and I say it so calmly, like, wow, I'm so pissed off right now. It's immense.
But are you?
No, like I don't care, because if I can't change it, like why would I worry about it? I shouldn't worry about something that I can't affect. That's like me being upset about Uranus's like orbit. What am I gonna go? Am I gonna go out there and float in space and try to alter the orbit? No.
I worry about so many things that I can't change. Though it's like a problem.
Like what? If you don't mind
Just
sharing.
Deadlines and
Deadlines. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense to stress out over. Like, you should be stressed about the deadline because you can affect that. You know, like that's work that you have to do.
yeah.
But if someone is so upset about, well, I'll use like road rage as an example. Why would you be upset about someone else's driving when you can't like affect their driving?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, man, that guy cut me off. I'm so mad. Well, you can't uncut yourself off.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I don't. A lot of times, I really don't get road rage because, well, I don't. Not that I don't get it. Like I don't have it because I don't. But I don't understand it. Is what I mean, because like they can't hear you, and a lot of time road rage just ends up in them like shooting you sometimes. So it's just scary too.
I feel like it's more advantageous to just be like, oh,
Bummer.
you know, bummer. Like maybe like that guy made a mistake, but I'm not going to do anything about it because I can't.
Yeah.
What is you following him home going to do? Like nothing.
And you get home and realize he has like a "Don't tread on me" flag, and then what?
And then what?
Then it's road scared, road fear.
It's road fear, not road rage.
You want to talk about the live soundtrack that I did?
Oh yeah. I didn't
Sorry.
make my live soundtrack because
last
I
podcast,
still don't know how to figure mine out.
Last podcast, we just came up with the idea we had to make soundtracks, like if our life had a movie or whatever. So the plot of mine would be, I think it would be like just like a day.
One day?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it wouldn't like be that long, but it'd be kind of like that. So it would start off, I wake up at like 5. I don't do this, but in the movie or whatever, I'd wake up at like 5.
All right.
And it would play Husks and Shells by like Volcano Choir, because it's a very like morning song. I don't know, it's very slow and like acoustic.
We should turn these into playlists and then like put the links in the description.
I did turn it into a playlist.
Awesome.
And then it would play, I don't know, maybe As the Sun Rising. It would play Patience by the Lumineers. So far we don't have any lyrics in these. And then maybe like say I drive to like a bike trail, and then we got to go with North by Claro, because Claro is in fact my wife. I start on my bike, it's like maybe 6, and we go with Goodie Bag by Still Woozy.
Oh, facts.
And then there's this part in Rango 2 by Wolfpack that it's like a really big like beat explosion. So then I think if I like go up a hill, it starts playing, and then I cross it, and then as I'm going down.
That's when the beat drops?
Yeah, and then I don't know, I think it would be really cool if like every now and then we had these parts, like it would like the screen would turn black and then it would totally switch to a different location. But still me. And maybe it's a flashback, maybe it's just somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I would want it to play Beach Baby by Bon Iver, but I'm just like sitting looking out at like a bunch of snow.
Oh, okay.
So it's not in the movie, but it's just like a totally different, I don't know. And then I gotta include my favorite song, which is You Man Like by Bon Iver again.
That's the
So yeah,
that's the favorite song of all time at the moment.
Yeah, there's in the middle it's 3 just like flat like segments.
Oh, okay.
So the first one is Beach Baby looking out at snow. Then You Man Like, I think the whole idea in my head is like just me like walking down, I don't know if it's church steps or like school steps, but either one, and there's just a lot of like red brick, and then
Are you religious?
Nope.
Probably school steps.
Yeah, and then it's like there's like chalk rainbows on the ground, and you can see a bunch of clouds, which is very cool. And then you switch again.
Oh, it would be cool if you like walk down the school steps and there's like kids drawing chalk on the floor.
Yeah.
And then like as you walk down the sidewalk, it turns from drawn pictures into what it like the clouds become real clouds and you're like in the sky. That'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
That's a dope music video idea. Travis Scott, hit me up.
And then it would go into Michigan. It's like, yeah, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Again by Bon Iver. So it's like triple segment.
Oh, okay.
All from different albums. And then it's like I'm laying down on a bed, but it's not mine. I'm in California. Like as I close my eyes, it says there's this one part of the song that I always remember because it's a little bit offbeat, but I managed to always know where it is, and it says like "With Your Heart" or something.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I go to bed, and then the 3 segments end. So now we're back to where I was, but it's afternoon, like biking on the bike trail or whatever. But I've taken a break, and I'm sitting on the grass, and it's "Pride" by Kendrick Lamar.
Oh,
because that's my
sick.
That's my sitting on the grass song, but it's like the sun's almost setting. Not yet, though.
Oh, that's a very sun-setting song.
Almost. So then I decided to get back up after drinking some water, and we play 45 by Bon Iver.
Oh, we're hitting hard
very
with a lot of Bon
trumpety.
Iver.
Then we go to Souvenir by Milo, which is a really good song, very calm. I recommend you guys check it out. That's definitely biking as the sun is setting. I think then we would go to Reckless by Healy, which I talked about last time. What kind of bird is that?
Welcome to the Bird Break with Grace
Sorry.
and Corey. Oh, is this an Amber Alert? Everyone's getting another Amber Alert. Maybe I just got the one that you just
we're
had.
back. That was scary, sorry.
We had another Amber Alert?
I didn't mean to say the Lord's name in vain if I did.
Oh.
I'm not
Maybe
really-
we shouldn't refer to him as the Lord, maybe. We didn't mean to offend you if we had to.
Sorry, I don't do that. But, I don't usually do that. Okay, so Reckless by Healy, sun is almost done. And then it's over, my bike is over, I made it, maybe like 11, 12 miles. And I drive home myself, and Hinome, Texas by Bon Iver is playing.
There's a lot of Bon Iver in this.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
pretty sick.
So I'm just driving home, and it's nighttime, and I'm tired, and you can see like the lights in the rear view, and like my bike in the back. And then I go home, and then I just fall asleep to the end of Flight of the Navigator, and that's it. I don't die to that song.
Yeah, I was like, but isn't that the song you want to die to?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I approached my...
Oh wait, one more thing.
Oh.
And then the credits are this really good part in Famous Prophets by Car Seat Headrest.
Ah.
And then it's just me like on a road trip. That's it.
Sick. When I imagined when we said like soundtrack to your life, I imagined like the whole life as a soundtrack. But I guess
I kind of took it a different direction.
yeah, that makes more sense. If I could probably do that off the top, I'd start the movie with. Yeah, no, I'll just come back next week with it all put together.
Yeah, then it'll be.
Then it'll all be like correct and threaded correctly. Songs that'll definitely be in there is like 3005. Childish Gambino. It's such a good
like
song.
Fair scene or arcade scene.
Yeah.
Oh, arcade scene.
Arcade scene.
2005.
Or Sorry I Like You is probably just me longboarding through everywhere because I've played that song everywhere. That was my most listened song by like 14, 15 hours on Spotify compared to the next song. You know when you do Spotify Wrapped every year?
Mm-hmm.
It was my number one song for 2 years because I just played it on repeat.
Jeez.
Maybe not that much this year, but definitely a lot. That's a dope soundtrack. There's a lot of Bon Iver, and I like the movie. You know, we should produce those one day.
I was thinking about it.
Like,
I
we
don't
could
know why
film
I
it.
was thinking about it. Because I don't do that. Not think. I don't do movies or something and stuff like that. But I think that would be cool. I wonder how long we can make it. Probably just like 20 minutes.
However long the playlist is.
I wouldn't play the full songs. I would.
Yeah.
I know what part of each song I want.
You would want playing at that moment in the movie. That's sick.
So, Yeah, it would start off with like my eyes opening and with my eyes closing. So it's just a day. So my eyes open at husks and shells. Well, no, they don't. They open at the start, and then like the first like they do the little ooh.
Yeah.
So like those, I would like open the window and see it's still dark out.
Oh, sick.
I have like this.
You have the whole
thing.
movie planned out.
Yeah.
We could definitely turn this into a thing. That would not be hard.
I got like really excited when I was doing it. So
I had a lot of homework.
yeah, I open the blinds and it's just.
And it's very hard to approach, but I'll have it done by next time we record.
And then I step outside. What's the next one? It's Patience. Yeah, I step outside. What does Patience sound like? Yeah, and it's that one. As I'm bringing my bike downstairs.
These stairs specifically?
Yep.
So you imagine it happening here.
Yeah.
That's sick.
And then I load my bike in the car, and right as I pull out, North starts by Claro.
That's fun.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Now I'm excited.
Yeah, we're definitely going to film that one day. For sure. For sure.
Yep. So, I don't know. Maybe it's like a 5-part thing. Part 1 would be called Morning.
And
Or
then
maybe
those-
Sunrise. Yeah, part 1 would be Sunrise. And then part 2 would be like Snow. And then part 3 would be... Whoa, what's part 3? Oh, like... Brick. And then part 4 would be... Rest. Part 5 would be Sunset.
That's pretty fire. And we should film the lighting for the first scene and the last scene the same so that it can be looped.
That'd be cool.
You
And then-
opening and closing your eyes could be set as a loop.
Yeah, and then the credits would be... So we'd film Flight of the Navigator first. So
Yeah.
that we could just...
You can
Go
even
in
play it in reverse and then just change the audio.
Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, the ending. I know I would want to film it in, like, Meadowcliff-ish
Where's that?
in California. But I can do
Sick.
that.
Sick.
I've driven there before.
Oh, is that how you got a lot of your hours?
We're still recording. Yeah, I got 3.
By going to Meadowcliff, California?
Yeah, well, I went to Bridgeport, but I passed through it.
Sick. I still don't have my permit because I'm a lazy doo-doo head. I don't have a job because if I get a job, my mom can't file for child support. Welcome to my personal life. And there you go. That's what we're doing at the moment, which that makes no sense. Like how does your child getting a job disqualify you from getting child support? Isn't he still responsible for for supporting the child?
Yeah. So how come you don't want to get a permit?
I want to get a permit. It's just paying for car insurance, or is it life insurance? You have to pay for your own insurance because if you have a license and you're driving, then you have to have insurance on yourself.
Boy, so it's more.
And I'm a
'Cause you're
boy.
reckless.
Yes, I'm reckless and more likely to kill myself and other people. We talked about that last time too.
Yep. Everything is a loop. We
Everything
can't
is
escape.
a loop. You can't escape the loop.
Alright, new topic time.
New topic. What's the new topic?
Favorite song
Right now?
this week.
Favorite song of this week. In the Room, Cruisin' by Gallant and Andra Day. Andra Day? Well, it's a cover of the old R&B classic Cruisin'. It's just really great. It's been my shower song.
Nice.
And Gallant is a black boy who sings very high notes, and I can't hit them, but you know what it's like in the shower. You can eek and irk all you want, and no one can hear you, except everyone can hear you. It just doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song of the week?
It's a toss-up. Did Joji release this week? Yeah. It's probably 777 by Joji.
777 by Joe. I still haven't heard his new album. Which is
You
like,
need to. It's really
which is
good.
like icky. I need
Joji's so good.
Joji is really great, and I'm surprised that like nobody knew that it was Filthy Frank.
I think people did.
Well, everyone who knew what Filthy Frank was knew about Joji and him being Filthy Frank, but like people who pick up Joji have no idea that he has a YouTube channel full of like
Gross.
very vulgar and gross comedy. It's funny. It's just really gross.
Are you hot yet? Do we need to turn the air on?
No. Do you think comedy should be able to talk about anything? Is it okay to make a joke about anything?
I don't know. That's
a deep question.
That's anything you say will be a hot take, I think.
Well, I think that's one I think our listeners enjoy, like
all right,
the actual deep conversation, regardless of how hot it is.
Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go. I think it's okay to make a joke about anything, as long as it's not meant to hurt somebody. And I think that there are some exceptions to the rule, because there is no rule without exceptions. Like, jokes that are obviously racist, maybe not so much, maybe not so cool to, like, make a joke unless it's lighthearted. Like, if the punchline to your joke is the N-word with a hard R, probably not a great joke.
Yeah.
Like, if the punchline to your joke is like, hey, you know, I ate a dog for dinner last night, call it Chinese food. That's slightly better, but it's still openly racist.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay.
But then, and then, like, the other part to that is, if we don't make jokes about everything, then how can we push the envelope of
what's acceptable?
Yeah, what's acceptable, or what is funny? Because I think it is funny to be dark sometimes, and I think that there is humor and good stuff when it comes to, like, if you make a joke about dark stuff, it makes you laugh and it makes you happy even about stuff that should make you sad, and I think that that's healthy. But where's the balance? I don't know.
Yeah.
What's your take on it?
I think there's a point where things stop being funny, but comedy's so subjective that I immediately become wrong, because, like,
there's someone out there
because I'm not the comedic with, like, God. Like, I'm not the person who says this is funny, this is not. But I think that a lot of dark humor is just a vessel for people to show their views that are wrong. Like, some people are just racist,
and then they just turn it into comedy.
You can't even handle dark humor, and then they just are racist. And
yeah.
It's like it's not even like a joke anymore.
So there's a difference between hate speech and dark humor.
Yeah, I've never thought that dark humor was that funny. It's really just trying to make people be like, it's like when you laugh with your eyebrows up. It's like it's like a nervous laugh.
Yeah.
So but I'm not. It's subjective. It's too subjective for me to say what's funny or not. But I think there's definitely a line, and what's the full question? I think there's part of it that I need to finish. Just like what?
Should you be able to joke about anything?
Oh, yeah, and also I don't think so. Like, I don't know.
There's definitely a line somewhere.
There's things that I just don't think are worth joking about. Like, it's not. There's everything crazy and kooky has been said.
Oh, I guess it goes both ways. So, should you be allowed to joke about anything? Yes, but understand that there are people who might not have the same sense of humor as you. So you shouldn't be offended.
You should be allowed to also think that those aren't funny, right?
Yes. So not only should you be allowed to joke about anything, but you should be able to understand that not everyone is going to find it funny.
If comedy is subjective, then so should judgment. So should judgment be.
Yeah. So judgment should be as well. I don't know. English, grammar. Someone correct me on that. I guess that's sort of like freedom of speech, where they say, yeah, you can say anything you want, but you still have to live with the consequences of what you say.
Yeah.
Someone can punch you for what you say. That's legal.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also still legal for you to say what you said.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand that people will still have their opinions regardless of your opinions. I guess that goes farther even, like not just comedy. You should definitely understand that your opinions aren't universal, or your opinions also aren't the law.
Yeah.
Because people like look at other people's outfits and be like, "Oh my god, that's like so gross. I can't believe he would wear that."
Mm-hmm.
And people will get in arguments like, "No, that's gross. We shouldn't do that." And it's like, but that's subjective. Like,
Yeah.
who are you to decide what's wrong and what's right?
But then sometimes it's like God thinks that's gross, so not
That's
on me.
that's
not on me
one
anymore.
thing. I mean, I know it's and I'm not against religion. I'm just
I'm
not
against I think religion isn't cool when they start trying to tell. It's we're getting into.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for
I'm
it.
gonna start swimming into a bunch of very dangerous waters, but like it's just like pro-choice. Like
Yeah, pro-choice or pro-life.
Pro-choice isn't pro-abortion. It's pro having the choice to not or to abort a baby.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're pro-choice, you could still be like, I'm religious, I don't believe in that, so I'm not gonna do it to myself. But you go ahead. Like that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's like a freedom thing.
just let everyone like, you're not God. If God says it's wrong, then he can come down here and tell someone himself. Like,
right?
I don't know.
And not only that, but I guess that shows like ignorance when it comes to like certain supporters of certain movements where people are like, it comes down to something that Neil deGrasse Tyson once said. People often know only enough to think that they're right, but they don't know enough to know, or people often know enough to think that they're right,
Yeah.
but don't know enough to understand that they're wrong.
Yeah. I think I've heard you say that before.
So you can say, oh, you're pro-choice. That means that you want to kill babies and stuff.
Yeah.
They only know enough to think that when they say that statement, that they're right. But they don't know enough to understand that they're wrong.
Yeah.
And obviously I might have butchered that quote a little bit, but the message stays the same.
Mm-hmm.
And accepting your own ignorance is a really good, like, everyone should do it more, because then it makes us all like love each other more.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Grayson were to come out and say to me right now,
Careful.
like, all lives matter,
I wouldn't do that, guys.
I'd be like, you know, I would ask him
If
questions.
I said that, please punch me right in the face. Break my
Especially
nose.
you. I would not expect Grayson to
Woodpecker.
say, welcome back to the bird break with Grayson Corey.
It's gone.
Oh,
Okay,
woodpecker.
go back to the...
Every time we see a bird during
just
recording, we
gonna
have to
shout
have a
it.
bird break. Yeah.
Alright, go ahead. If I said all lives matter, you need to punch me in the face.
Oh, no. If you say all lives matter, one, I have to wonder why you would say that. So a lot of times people will jump to the conclusion that because you have a differing opinion, there's no way we could possibly agree on anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I think especially in a situation where you see your friends or people close to you having differing opinions, it is definitely a moment to question your own opinions and not a time to alienate
Yeah.
and go to war with your friends. You should then think, wait a second, I trust this person. This person is very much like me.
Yeah.
Why do they view this differently? And then when they give you reasons, you should weigh those reasons on a factual scale.
Yeah.
And even I don't know how people can now decide what the definition of facts is, but that's a big problem. I was talking to and I mean, I have no problem with people who support Donald Trump. I have no problem with
I
Donald
do,
Trump.
guys.
Grayson openly. But my thing is,
I don't even know if I'm going to take that back. I'm kind of weighing it in my mind, so I might later in the podcast.
obviously, I'm like 100%. I'd vote Joe Biden if I could vote.
Go
but
Joe.
go Joe for
I
sure.
just made that up. Hire me.
But people will say it is a fact that this person has this disease, and I say, well, where'd you get that article? Or like, where did you find out this information? They're like, well, it's just a fact. I'm like, okay, well, and then I just throw away that information. If you get information from someone who can't support it with empirical evidence, then just throw it away. Because if you are going to regurgitate that information, you are going to further like the mass of social
Fox
ignorance
News.
that there is. Have you watched Fox News?
I try to stay away from it.
I've watched at least 6 hours of Fox News, and it is almost hate speech. It is
Almost.
almost hate speech.
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson is, I don't know how he gets
Smooth
away.
brain.
I don't understand how he gets away with saying a lot of the stuff that he says on national television.
Yeah.
Makes me question like the morals of the
Scary.
country I live in.
Scary.
But I mean, even okay, so let's say that Grayson tells me, well, this thing about our president is actually really great. Just because I dislike the president, I shouldn't say, well, no, Grayson, you're wrong, the president's terrible. I could be like, oh, well, can you provide evidence? And let's say Grayson does provide really great evidence. Then I have to accept that. Because although I dislike Donald Trump, I can't deny what he actually has done. If he has done something.
I don't know.
You also can't just... Evidence that is too vague should not be accepted. People say he's done a lot for this country. How much has he done? And then can we actually really bring it up? And they're like, well, he's done a lot.
Yeah.
Define a lot. Tell me what he's done and show me evidence that this is better than a previous president. If not the previous president, one from 30 years ago. I mean, he did claim to be the most influential president since Abraham Lincoln, I believe. Oh, no, he said on television
Really?
that he's done more for black people than every president other than Abraham Lincoln, which I don't know if he knows, but Abraham Lincoln didn't free slaves out of the kindness of his heart. He did it for political reasons.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of sad, where it's like...
Because, ooh, mail. No, it's not a mail truck.
I think it is. I think
Mail
it's
break.
like mail break.
Sorry, guys. I get distracted.
It happens.
Anywho, yeah. Yeah.
That was a really deep subject.
Can we get to something lighter?
Something lighter. Well, oh, we talked about this today. What's your dream job?
I want to be a park ranger at Yellowstone National Park.
Can you be something scientific for? Do they have any research groups that work there? Because I guess you could do that. I mean, I don't know how much a park ranger makes.
For some reason, I just have it in my head that I live in like a little house there. Like a little cabin that's like painted like light green, like the color of electrical boxes. Concrete floor, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe like a nice rug. Just a bed that I go to at night, a desk, and a lamp.
And that's the whole thing.
Maybe some cast iron.
And you walk
And
outside.
I got my big park ranger hat, and I walk outside. Just maybe. I hope I can listen to jams. I bet I could. Could get a CD player. Let's go. Have all my music. Honestly, that sounds like the life. Just the thought of Yellowstone. It's just been there. No one touch it. There's like still places there that no one's touched. We just leave it there. The animals do what they do. It's it. That's it. That's just so. It's so amazing to me. And it shouldn't be amazing to me. It should just be like, yep, that's normal. Because that's how it was for us. But it's amazing because... And I get, like, most national parks are like that, but it's just, there's so much biodiversity there that it's, like, crazy. That,
How much biodiversity? Is it an irregular amount? Like, is it extra biodiverse?
Uh-oh.
What?
She's outside of the food court.
Oh, jeez. Well, guess we're ending this episode early.
Hello.
All right. So, we're going to have to cut this episode. I don't know if it's a little short.
What were we talking about before? Oh, park ranger. Yeah, that's my dream job.
My dream job is to be an NBA player, so I guess I'll be GMing basketballs all the time. Other than that, the fallback plan is astrophysics.
Why not both?
Why not? Like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did that. So he went to the NBA, and then using his money from that, like, went to college.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
And he has, like, a master's degree in a bunch of stuff. And he could, like, legally be a teacher and a professor at a college. Like, how cool would it be to walk into your physics class and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is like, okay, today we're going to look at the physics of putting a basketball into the hoop.
That's sick.
How does it need to come off of my hand in order to make it into that hoop, which is 10 feet tall? He's like, but of course it's a physics class, so you have to change that into meters, of course. Anyways, y'all, we'll get you back next week for episode number 3. What are we going to name this episode?
Poopy pants.
Definitely not Poopy Pants.
Hold on.
Grayson doesn't change his voice this time.
Fire.
Fire? Okay.
Fire grab.
Fire
30
grab?
second fire.
30-second fire.
Amber alert.
Amber Alert. I don't think we can name it Amber Alert.
But, oh.
Right?
Definitely not Amber Alert.
Because if someone looks up Amber Alert, I don't want this to be what comes up. It's not going to be.
But there was a really loud Amber Alert sound in the middle of this one.
Oh, okay. So we're going to call it Amber Fire.
And make sure to put the first, because we had to split it into two.
Yeah, I'll make sure to edit it together this time.
Goodbye!